जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवर धारी जय गोपी जन जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवर धारी गोपी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरा यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन पीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शिलादास ठाकुर की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ऑल ग्लोरी टू द assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories all Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 10, Chapter 2, Verse number 29. 29 हो गया? कब हुआ? ओके, वर्स नंबर 30. त्वयि अम्बुजा शकील सत्वधाम्नि समाधिनावशित चेतसैके त्वत्पादपोतेन महत्कृतेन कुर्वन्ति गोवत्सपदं भवाब्धम्।
Devyami ambujam kasakela satva tamni
त्वयि अम्बुजा शकील सत्वधाम्नि समाधिनावशित चेतसैके त्वत्पादपोतेन महत्कृतेन कुर्वन्ति गोवत्सपदं भवाब्धिम्। Tvai ambuja shakila sattva-dhamni samadhina veshita chetasaike Tvat-pada potena mahatkritena Kurvanti govatsa padam bhavabdim. Tvai ambuja shakila sattva-dhamni samadhina veshita chaitasike Tvat-pada potena mahatkritena Kurvanti govatsa padam bhavabdim. O lotus-eyed Lord, by concentrating one's meditation on your lotus feet, which are the reservoir of all existence, and by accepting those lotus feet as the boat by which to cross the ocean of nations, one follows in the footsteps of Mahajans, great saints, sages and devotees. By this simple process, one can cross the ocean of nations as easily as one steps over the hoof print of a calf. Purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Chaitanya Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The true mission in life is to cross the ocean of nations, of repeated birth and death. Those in the darkness of ignorance, however, do not know this mission. Instead, being carried away by the waves of material nature, prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha, they are undergoing the tribulations of mrityu samsara vartamani, repeated birth and death. But persons who have achieved knowledge by the association of devotees follow the Mahajans. Mahatkritena. Such a person always concentrates his mind upon the lotus feet of the Lord and executes one or more of the 9 varieties of devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam. Simply by this process, one can cross the insurmountable ocean of nations. Devotional service is powerful in any form. Shri Vishnu Shravena Parikshit Abhavad Vayasakhi Kirtane Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-2-265. According to this verse, Maharaj Parikshit became liberated by fully concentrated his mind on hearing the Lord's holy name, attributes and pastimes. Similarly, Shukdev Goswami simply glorified the Lord, and by speaking on the subject matters of Krishna that constitute the entire Srimad Bhagvatam, he too was liberated. One may also be liberated simply by Sakhya, friendly behavior with the Lord. Such is the power of devotional service, as we learn from the examples set by the Lord's many pure devotees. Swayambhur Narada Shambhu, Kumara Kapila Manu, Prahlado Janaka Bhishmo, Balir Vayasakhir Vayam. Bhagavatam 6.3.20. We have to follow in the footsteps of such devotees, for by this one easy process one can cross the great ocean of nations, just as one might cross a small hole created by the hoof of a calf. Here the Lord is described as Ambujaksha or lotus-eyed. By seeing the eyes of the Lord, which are compared to the lotus flowers, one becomes so satisfied that one does not want to turn his eyes to anything else. Simply by seeing the transcendental form of the Lord, a devotee is at once fully absorbed in the Lord in his heart. This absorption is called Samadhi. Dhyana Vishtha Tad Gatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina. Bhagavatam 12.13.1. A yogi is fully absorbed in the thoughts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for he has no other business than to think of the Lord always within the heart. It is also said, Samashrita ye pada pallava plavam mahat padam punya yasya murare bhavam budhir vatsa padam param padam 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 yad vipadam nyatesham. For one who has accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, the enemy of the demon Mura. The ocean of material world is like the water contained in a calf's hoof print. His goal is Param Padam or Vaikuntha, the place where there are no material miseries, not the place where there is danger at every step. Bhagvatam 10.14.58. This process is recommended here by authorities like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, Swayambhur, Narada, Shambhu. And therefore we must take to this process in order to transcend nations. This is very easy. But we must follow in the footsteps of great personalities, and then success will be possible. In regard to the word Mahatkritena, it is also significant that the process shown by great devotees is not only for them but also for others. If things are made easy, this affords facility for the person who has made them easy, and also for others who follow the same principles. The process recommended in this verse for crossing the ocean of nations is easy not only for the devotee but also for common persons who follow the devotee. Mahajana yena gata sapantha. Om Agyana Timirantasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangulangayati girim Yat kripato ham vande Shri Guru Dina Tarana Vancha kalpatarasya kripa sindhavaicha patita nama pavane Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Mahajanayena Katha Sapanta. So we've been dealing with this topic, and this topic is coming again and again. Day before yesterday we had the same verse, that what a leader does, the common men follow. And before that, the importance of Vaishnava Sadachar. So we are going through these verses. It's ironical because I thought we were doing the verse before this. But yes, Mahajano Yena Gatha Sapanta. People, when they say that we don't follow anyone, I was actually going to say this on Sunday, but because obviously the class goes way beyond, and I forgot to say so many things which I had planned. Oh, you can't. Can you hear now? Okay. Yeah, I think on Sunday also the mic thing was a little down in the back. Because over here it sounds fine, right? So thank you, Mataji. So Mahajana Yena Gatha Sapanta. People think that I do not follow anyone. Yeah, it's not. It's like I am my own creation. I have my own mind. I have my own intelligence that I think with. But the problem is that because it's not possible at all. Why? Because since the time of your birth, of anybody of our birth, we have been influenced, we have been taught. So, those things have influenced in our whole life. Maybe they are bad samskaras or good samskaras. Whether we have been exploited or not exploited, abused or not abused, those samskaras are there. So, we are always being influenced. We are never the influencer. Yes. Even an influencer on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, he is also being influenced by the modes of nature, by many other people in the past. Yes. Otherwise, where is the original content? You do something which is so original that has never been seen on this planet. Not possible. Yes. So people who say that we don't follow parampara, we don't follow tradition, they are also under the illusion that they are starting their own parampara of not following parampara. Yes, this one devotee was saying this, and it was surprising that everybody has to follow, whether it is your own bloodline, whether it is your this or that, whether your kinsman, whether your countryman, you're following some or the other person. But the choice is given to whom to follow. And that's where our free will comes. And that's what we were talking. This was the statement I wanted to do on Sunday, which I forgot. But the point is that Prabhupada is mentioning over here, we have to follow some or the other person. So why not follow Mahajans? And that's why over here Prabhupada so beautifully is explaining, it does not only benefit the devotee, but the others who are following that devotee. Prabhupada himself was such a leader that he himself followed so perfectly everything. He showed the whole world how to follow your Guru, how to be submissive to your Guru, how to take his instructions to heart. And till the end of his at least physical, which we can see, till the very end, he was doing what his Guru Maharaj told him. Yes, to translate the books, to preach in the English language. Somebody was mentioning to Prabhupada, please Prabhupada, slow down. Your health is not that great. Please do not extend yourself so much. Exert yourself. He's like, it's better to go out there and die in the battlefield than to lie over here like a vegetable. I would rather die earlier in the battlefield. That fire of serving Guru and Krishna was so great, is so great, that we can feel the fire even today. That's a leader. Today I was listening, today when I just woke up, and I was going through a feed, and then it said over there, oh, this person has now taken sannyas, now he's become Mahavishnu. And I was like, oh yeah, that's as if that's ever going to happen. If you are Bhagwan himself, then why not do such miracles, and why not stop all the wars? Why not have peace all over the world? No, we are doing in a very small way. Then what kind of a Bhagwan are you? Yesterday I was reading teachings of Lord Chaitanya and Prabhupada. I was reading the place where he was talking about Mayavadis. And then the next day I was seeing this. And I'm like, what Bhagwas? It's like, get over yourself. Get over yourself. That you are somebody great. What is great about this body? It's gonna die. No, but the within, I am the Supreme. I have realized that I am the Supreme. No, you are not the Supreme. Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And that is what a leader does. That's a real leader. And that's why over here it is said we do not follow those people. We follow whom? Narada, Shambhu, yes, Brahma, yes, Bhishma, Prahlad Maharaj, who all these people are surrendered to Krishna. Yes. All these people are surrendered to Krishna. And most beautifully Prabhupada is mentioning that when we follow such a person, it is easy. Yes, he says that very beautifully. This is very easy, but we must follow. In the footsteps of great personalities. But we must follow. The problem with every single Maharaj was mentioning in his class that we all do it this way. We all actually when we are in trouble, we are trying to go and approach the Lord, like, please help me, please help me. And once the help shows up, see, I have done it. I am so great. I did this. And Maharaj was saying that, everybody of us has the tendency until and unless we are a pure devotee. And that statement actually, like Mataji was asking me on Sunday, and actually she was so caring that, and that's a sign of a leader also, that because I mentioned something in there, and she came and asked me, like, it's okay, everything. And I think this was the statement he was mentioning, that you think it's yours. you start becoming arrogant. And then I was thinking, after Mataji mentioned, I was thinking that, it's natural. Because it takes humility to actually understand that I am not a Paramhamsa. Yes. But at the same time, these conditionings are because I am not surrendered to Krishna. So the process to get over that conditioning is to chant Hare Krishna or to do more and more devotional service. It's not the other way around. It cannot artificially be gone. I cannot show artificial humility. It won't sustain for long. Yes? And that I had heard in another class. So yes, bhakti is the only way. There is no other way we can actually purify ourselves. There is no way that the seed of material existence, the seed, the desire to control and enjoy can ever go away with artificial methods of renunciation and mental jugglery. It's not possible. And this all Mayavadis and all these people who are thinking that I have become Bhagwan now because you are following some rules and regulations and now you have become the great. It's just dumb. It is not possible. Prabhupada was so emphatic and very bold in teachings of Lord Chaitanya. He was like, this is not true at all. It's like the nature of the absolute truth is that he is independent always. Not that he was dependent and now he is independent. This is all nonsense. This is all nonsense. And that's why choosing the right leader makes the process very easy. Otherwise, all these other Mayavadis and all these other speculators have made the process so hard. And that's why Prabhupada is mentioning, this is very easy, but we just need to follow. And keep out our own ulterior motives and try to follow, submissively try to understand, yes, what is this process. And it makes sense. It makes sense. And that's why when the Lord, the lotus-eyed Lord, when we look at Him, when we see the form of the Lord, yes, and when the Lord manifests Himself in the beautiful forms that we see, we are all satisfied. We become satisfied. Yes, the pangs of material nature, they do not affect us. Yes. Maharaj always says this, that when we come in front of the Lord, of Gopinath, of Radha Madhavari, they are always eternally so beautiful, eternally beautifully dressed. Today they have marigold. Srimati Radharani is wearing marigold, so beautiful. So, yeah, they are eternally beautiful. I am getting white hair, but that does not mean that they are getting that. Yes. And they actually give relief in the from material world, which is true. Because somebody has mentioned that we do not speak philosophy on Sundays and all, but they should listen to other classes also. But the point is that anything which we feel, anything which we observe, anything which we perceive, the process to actually process it in our mind, in our bodies, yes, when somebody says something to us, and the effect which we get, the reaction of that action has to be given by whom? By the Paramatma. Yes, by the Paramatma. And that is what it means that the Lord is present everywhere. Prabhupada is mentioning. The Krishna is present everywhere. Because they are not seeing, yes, they are physically seeing the Lord also. But at the same time, they are not, the pure devotees it's not like they don't see the fan. They see the fan. But they do not have the illusion that it is independent from Krishna. That's the problem. And why it might sound very simple. But no, that is what we do. When we go home, when we step out of the temple, we start thinking that this is my car. Yes, this is my house. Yes, this is mine, this is mine, me and mine, Either I am this body, my body, or this is mine, extended sense gratification. But to prevent all that, the philosophy is so great that in Chatushloki Bhagvatam, Krishna is mentioning, Vishnu is mentioning directly that I am doing everything. This is me, I am present everywhere. Whatever you see moving and non-moving is because of my potencies. So the moving and non-moving within us also is possible. It's only possible by Krishna, because otherwise the soul has no inability. The ability to move is not possible because we are Anu. Yes. 1/10,000 tip of the hair. How is that potency moving everything? Not possible. When we step on the floor, we don't sink. Why don't we sink? Because Krishna, with the potency of attraction, keeps the floor. It's not for any other reason. Yes. Krishna actually is attracting the atoms and everything together. Yes. When we say the Lord is present in the atom, the potency to move stuff, to attract. Some atoms attract each other. Some atoms do not ever mix with each other. Why is that? No, it's always like that. Why? Is because the Lord is present. He doesn't like these atoms to be merged, and that's why they don't. No, but you talk philosophy. This is philosophy. Yes. That day, one Mataji was mentioning this to me, that, we should mention who. I'm like, on Sundays, you cannot mention all these things, because people won't understand at all. They'll be like, what is this? Even though we ask a question, very intelligent question, nobody's able to answer anyways. So what can you expect from the audience? And they want to listen to philosophy. They cannot digest. If they wanted to listen philosophy, they would have done it till now. There are so many avenues to listen, but they haven't done it. The point is that they just want to control and enjoy. And the point is that with Krishna, actually, Tattva comes later. Rasa comes first. Yes. Why? Ragatmika Bhakti is first. Why Ragatmika Bhakti is first? The rituals and the potency of the dham and everything is manifested with the desire of Krishna to perform pastimes. And then the dham manifests. Then the material world manifests. Yes. So the rasa comes first. This is philosophy. The rasa comes first. That means the interaction between the Lord and the devotees is important. That is the primary thing. And then the material world manifests. Why? Because the way the rituals are done, the processes are done, when the way the inhabitants express their desire to serve Krishna, those become our Vaidhi Bhakti over here. Yes? Aarti and all. The gopis perform Aarti. We perform Aarti because it is a ritual, because we have to perform Aarti. This is the way the Lord accepts. But actually the process is given by whom? By the residents of Vrindavan. Because they have manifested from their heart the desire to serve Krishna, and this is a way to serve Krishna. But we think that because, we perform the Aarti, and that is the way the Lord likes it. Yes, that is the only way, The mood does not matter. That's the problem. That is where we fall short. That's the difference between Vaidhi and Raganuga Bhakti. What's the difference? Raganuga Bhakti does not just mean that you become an avdut and go into the forest. No, that's not Raganuga. Sometimes we think whimsical Bhakti is Raganuga Bhakti. No. On the contrary, a person who is in Raganuga Bhakti will be more and more eager to attend Mangalarti every single day. He will be more and more staunch of hearing Bhagvatam even more attentively than anybody else. Even by Vaidhi Bhakta. Why? Because the desire, the burning desire to associate with Krishna is so much more that they see Krishna in all these activities. The Raganuga Bhaktas actually use Shastra. They find out in Shastra how to serve Krishna. And they perform it so perfectly. Why? Because they have a burning desire, the laulyam, the greed to serve Krishna. That's the difference. But what do we think Raganuga Bhakti is? And you can chant anything and anywhere, however you feel like. No, that's not. That is called whimsical bhakti. That is at the level of Prakrita Sahajas. I will do whatever I like and I will show however I like. This is the way. No, Prabhupada is mentioning over here. Yes, this is very easy. But we must follow in the footsteps of great personalities. And then success will be possible. For us, they say that Raganuga Bhakti, you have to follow resident of Vrindavan. But for us, who is much more qualified to be a resident of Vrindavan? Srila Prabhupada himself. How can you find a Brajavasi better than him? Yes, the gopis are obviously there, but he's already following Rupa Goswami so perfectly that he spread all over the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. Who is compared to this personality? And now the others will come and tell us, oh no, you are not performing Raganuga Bhakti, we will show you. Come, we will show you. What nonsense, Prabhupada has already the personality which we need. Yes, and his followers are perfectly doing what he wants. What else is Raganuga Bhakti? But the point is that we are deluded by material world. We want to control and enjoy, and we want to show that I am a great devotee, and that's why we do all these things. We go out there and we talk and do nonsense. And that's why Prabhupada is mentioning. Again, these leader things are coming up. Why? That's how a personality is shown. A great personality. And Prabhupada is that personality for us. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vantara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.